We are a group of 16 that came from Rejoice Community Church in Le Mars, Iowa. We came here to build homes and to work in a med clinic, and we had a surprise day when we got to go visit a special ed classroom. That was pretty amazing.
I've seen God this week in the kids, especially at the house that I was building at. All they wanted to do was help and play with us, and it was just so special for me to be able to see them and just the way they were so happy. My biggest takeaway would be to spend a little bit more time with God, just because when we were sitting outside the houses, just in the Word and praying, I just really felt close to God there, and so I want to try and have that back at home too.
Something that impacted me this week was really just working with the family that we built the houses for. Being able to build relationships in such a small time, only having 3 days with them, but still feeling like, you know, we had a lifetime together, was awesome. Having the laughs and the joy was just something super special for me.
One of the God sightings I saw this week was with all three of the families all saying yes to God after we were saying our goodbyes, and then when they all accepted Jesus as their Savior, we all laid hands on the house and prayed over them. That was truly a special moment this week.
The thing that has impacted me the most this week was the people that live here, because even though they have so little, they are so happy. From the joy from the orphanage to the blessings from the families that we were helping.
Where I saw God this week was really in the dedication day, seeing how the Spirit kind of transcends all language barriers, and having Andy get up and say, when you look at this cup that he had given us, to remember our friendship. I think that that is something super impactful that really touched my heart, because we were able to serve them, but it was just as much about them serving us, and doing it in a way that kind of touched our hearts, and God working through them as well.
I seen God every day in every smile and every tear that was shed, and they were all happy tears, but every time I would see a smile on somebody's face or a kid's face, it brought just joy to my life. August 7th, Wednesday, it was my birthday, and we got to go to a school for disabled children, and when the children got to say a few words, one of them looked at me and said, "I loved playing with him," and tears started flowing. I couldn't hold it back, and it was the greatest birthday I've ever had.
God has been teaching me. He started this lesson a few days before we left home, and I keep hearing I need to be more bold in sharing my faith with others, and in sharing the gospel with the people around me. There are people in my family even who need to hear the gospel, and I just need to be more bold.
I think my relationship with God will change after this, just because there's such a conviction to serve, and sometimes we have to come to places like Guatemala to do something to serve others, but I think it's so impactful if we can do that back home, and we have plenty of opportunities to do it, but sometimes we overlook it because we think everyone has it just as good as we do, and that's not the case. Something that God's been teaching me is that the Spirit is very much alive, and when we come to do things like this, or we put ourselves in positions of service, then the Spirit really just opens our hearts to whatever it wants to do to move us. And so it can bring about gifts that we didn't even know, or give us the ability to do things that we didn't know we could do.